But you're going to have to love you all by yourself, because I will not bow down. You can drop it like it's hot if you want, but after a while you're going to have to drop it hard again. It's going to be an eternal fire that cannot be quenched. You can drop now and drop later. That's your choice. But if you must go to hell, then you got to go to hell all by yourself. For God I live, and for God I'll die. Can I get a witness here? They refused to bow. And the Bible said they spoke to the king. "O king, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, and God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king." But this is what I like. They added the conjunction. They said, "But if not," which means even if God don't come to my rescue, I still won't bow down. If the Lord never make me a millionaire, I still won't bow down. If I never sit on TBN, I will not bow down. I don't care if I never drive a Rolls Royce, if I never drive a Bentley, I will not bow. Anybody gonna be a witness? You will not bow. That's what they said. And the Bible said the king got furious. He said, "Get them 3 boys, turn the fire up 7 times greater. We gonna set them jokers afire." And the Bible said the fire was so hot until the men who threw them in was consumed alive. But what he did not know, he threw 3 men in, and the fire was 7 times greater. Can I bring it to you where we are? He didn't know that when God made the earth, he gave it 3 dimensions. We live in the atmosphere. Above us is the stratosphere, and above that is the theosphere. He didn't know that the same earth had 7 continents. He didn't know that the same God, when he created time, gave it 3 basic dimensions: past, present, and future. And he didn't know that time has 7 basic increments: seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years. He didn't know when the Lord constructed the tabernacle, he gave it an outer court, an inner court, and a holy of holies, and he placed on the inside 7 pieces of furniture. He didn't know that when Jesus was on Calvary's cross, it was 2 thieves and 1 Jesus, and Jesus had 7 last stands. You got yourself in a whole bunch of trouble. 3 is it's done in heaven. 7 is it's done in the earth. And the king couldn't figure out why they wasn't on fire. I'll tell you why. Because Elijah said he's the God who answers by fire. Moses said, I talk to God from a burning bush. Jeremiah said, I got mad with heathens. They got on my nerve. I was going to shut my mouth and preach no more. But his wife became like fire shut up in my bowl. He didn't know that in the book of Revelation, when the prophet began to answer and talk about Jesus, said his hair was like wool and his eyes were like fire. They couldn't understand why when they looked in the fire, they saw 4 men. That's because he answers by fire. He shows up where there's fire. Say, yeah, what we need is the fire. Holy Ghost, fire, consuming fire, delivering fire, breakthrough fire. Somebody will say, we need fire, old time fire, revival fire to burn up this flesh. Yes, Lord, I got to get out of here. This is what the Bible said. When they came out the fire, there were 4 things that the Bible mentioned. Follow me here. Good God from Zion. Here is the 4th thing. It said, first of all, now upon whose body the fire had no power. In other words, they were thrown in the fire, but the fire couldn't burn them. The fire here represents the presence of sin, the presence of temptation, but the absence of sin. In other words, they were tempted to sin. They were tempted to bow down, but they refused. The second thing it says, their hair was not singed. Hair is symbolic of strength, which means that when they went through the trial, they didn't lose their strength. And I don't know about you, but I'm glad after all the hell I've been through, I still ain't lost my joy. I still ain't lost my strength. Still ain't lost my peace of mind. Say, yeah, I got to get out of here. Y'all gonna make me preach a fool up in here. Up in here. I got to go, y'all. But the next thing, the Bible said, their coats were not changed. Coats represent identity. Coats represent position, which means I don't care how much hell the devil puts you through. He can't take who God made you. He can't steal your identity. Say, oh Lord. And the final thing, the Bible said, and they did not